Marshmallow Fanboy here with another review, this time for the first order 4-pack that is exclusive to Disney World. I purchased it on the Disney store. They were having a special, and I didn't have any of these figures. Of course, the AT-AT driver is new, and I'm not sure the R5 Astromech is. That's probably a repaint. There was a Mouse Droid with another figure. So I think the Mouse Droid is the only one I have. And I never bothered getting a General Hux. I wasn't getting all of the new trilogy figures, just the ones that I wanted. And Hux wasn't one of them. So I was pretty happy to pick this up and get a little bit of a price break on it. I did see it at Disneyland last year when I went, but I didn't pick it up. I couldn't sort of justify the cost. And in here, there's a little bit of a write-up. You can see there's some artwork with the characters, a little explanation, and a multilingual explanation. Then, of course, the first order AT-AT driver, the R5 Astromech Droid, which doesn't have a name, the Mouse Droid, and General Hux. Now, I don't know what it is about the AT-AT driver, but I have a bunch of them for the Black Series. I really like the AT-AT driver for whatever reason. I don't think he said anything in the movies. He was just sort of in there for 10 minutes at the first part of one movie one time. But for whatever reason, I just love that armor. Love the sort of the X-Wing pilot / stormtrooper look for him. So I'm going to take them out and get a closer look. First, I'm going to go to the back and see what's on there, which is just a little bit of an explanation on who each character is. See what the AT-AT driver says. The First Order AT-AT pilots control of their massive 4-footed assault vehicles, lighter and stronger than their Imperial ancestors, but its weapons recharge more quickly, and its armor is both lighter and stronger. Excellent. So they've made some improvements. So we'll see what improvements they've made to the armor. Let's open this thing up and take a closer look. Okay, now that they're open, let's take a closer look at the First Order 4-pack. First, we'll do the R5 Astromech Droid. There's not a lot to him. It's a lot of reuse from, looks like a R5D4 guy used. I like how the panels painted. It's a unique paint scheme, I believe. I know there's been a lot of Astromech Droids. Amazon had a 4-pack at one time, so I don't know if he resembles a droid I might already have. I don't think so. I do wish that silver on the side had been repeated on the two front vents, just to set them apart just a little bit. Maybe just a little separate. It looks like the color on the stripes here is a little bit darker than the one here, so it's kind of a nice little contrast. But otherwise, it's a really good figure. Of course, the middle leg comes down when you twist the head. And once the thing is all the way down, you can further twist the head and you can hear it click to get it in a position you want. And then just to retract the leg, it's just rotating it clockwise. And then you can hear it click, 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 till you get back to a position that you want. And then that third leg is retracted. The Mouse Droid is really cool. Oh, there goes Hux. It has it looks like a lot of kind of, maybe that's my imagination. It looks, no, there's a little bit of looks like it has wear on it, which is really nice. It's kind of brown, but it has a little bit of silver kind of scoring on some of it. It makes it look a little worn. Looks like it's been through some stuff. Or at least it looks like maybe it came directly from A New Hope and they had just decided not to replace the Mouse Droids, just to keep using them until they failed. But the Mouse Droid is a nice touch. He kind of goes in any display. There's a ton of options with the Mouse Droid. General Hux looks just like the actor Although I don't have the photo reference in front of me, it looks to my memory exactly how General Hux looks. So let's go through him. Let's first take a look at the laser pistol. The AT-AT driver has the same pistol. Oop, that is on the floor now. But I will get it off the floor because that drives me nuts. There, I'll put it there. So General Hux, let's see about his looking down. Gets a pretty good look down. Look up. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of looking up. He doesn't have any hair to interrupt it. And the collar sort of forms kind of an area where his head can go back and the hair goes right over the collar. So that is neat. The jacket is one piece. Looks like it doesn't go all the way to the arms. Looks like you could take it off of him if you wanted to. You probably have to take off the I don't know, maybe I could just, no, you could just take the arms back and then you can pull on it. So the coat comes off. I'm not going to take it all the way off. But let's see. He's got a waist swivel while I've got him. Oh, and the waist bends too. So he's got that going. So it can twist and bend to increase his ability to look down and look up. See, arms go all the way around. See what his wingspan is like. Let me stretch that out. Let's see if I can see any, no butterfly joints. So wingspan goes out about like that. And then, see, let me bend his arm a little bit. And see, he's got a swivel at the elbow. Swivel at the elbow. His hands turn around. And see, do they have a hinge? Yes, they do. I can see it in that hand. So yes, there is a hinge in the hand. See, like I said, there's the twist right at the waist, and it's like a barbell joint, dumbbell joint. Oh, look. There's a line in his neck which suggests that the head isn't sort of sitting on the post. The post kind of can move on the neck. So he's got a lot of movement in his neck. He looks down a lot. It was really great. Maybe I loosened it up by making him look straight up. So, I mean, if he's looking straight down, he's addressing the First Order troops and saying some things like, we got to blow up 85 planets in a row. Let's do this. Let's see. His decorative pants kind of bend away. You can see he's got ball joints on his legs. And let's see, thigh swivel. I was able to utilize earlier to stand him up. Let's see, his legs, his knees bend double, I think. They do have two joints. You can bend them. There's a lot of motion. I'm not going to get it all the way up today, but let's see. Can't get the boots to twist. I don't think there's any movement in the boot below the knee. So let's see. The feet have a hinge and a rocker. And of course on that other one, that's just a ridiculous amount of rocking. So let me see. Turn out the thigh a little bit. And then I can stand Hux back up. It has a really good figure. It's got a lot of good molding. It's got a lot of good texture on it. It looks great. It probably looks great with the jacket off too. I don't know if this is the first Hux with a jacket, or if they all came with a jacket. But super cool. So, like I said earlier, the AT-AT driver is kind of my sweet spot. I like the AT-AT driver. I have a ton of the First Order AT-AT driver from the first series. Number 31, the 31st figure they came out with. You see the color scheme is very similar on both. Let me raise that up just a little bit. So you can see the helmet is basically the same, except instead of the Imperial logo, it's the First Order logo. Some of the details are a little bit different. The center panel is a little more modern on the First Order Trooper, where he has that strap sort of right in the crotch. He has his sort of dangling from either side. They don't wrap around his leg, they just sort of drape down his leg on this one. But both of them have baggy sort of X-Wing type uniforms. The pauldrons on there are a little bit different. These are more refined and stylized. This looks like kind of a little bit of a thinner figure, except the helmet is bigger than the traditional AT-AT driver. And of course the AT-AT driver has that super cool Stormtrooper rifle, so I got to give him a slight edge because of the weapon and because I already pre-dig him. But I do wish that the First Order AT-AT driver had a wider release. I would have gotten a couple of them. But with that said, let's take a closer look at him. Again, he has the same laser pistol that Hux does. There's no difference in the pistol at all. Let me see if I can. That's good enough. I don't want to dump him on the floor too. See, his head turns. Let's see. He can look down. Can he? Yeah, he looks down okay. And then he looks up a little. Actually, in the helmet, you can't really tell if his eyes are tracking, but it could be looking straight up. Still good range of motion. There's two hoses that come from his helmet and go right into that device in the center of his chest. It's nice, but the hoses stay out of the way for articulation. And these little pauldrons aren't separate pieces like they are on the AT-AT driver. So these sort of move with the figure. So let's see if I can stretch out his wingspan just a little bit. And it's probably as good as it gets. Because of the pauldrons kind of meet here at the armor and sort of don't move after that. Also, he and Hux both have single elbows. I didn't go over that on Hux, I don't think, but just a single elbow, and it doesn't bend very far. But then, you know, if he was driving an AT-AT, that's probably all of the motion he would need to do is sit there and pilot it. Okay, we're going this way. Okay, we're going this way. That's what AT-AT drivers do. Meaner. So there, it looks like there's a joint underneath the rib cage, underneath the device on his chest, and he can rotate from that. He doesn't have one for his waist. No, not one for his waist. But he's got the little straps that come down and they stay out of the way, and they wrap around his legs. And the belt is molded. It's glued on, I think. It's not molded, but it's glued on. And of course, it's free of the knees. So let's see if I can get him to kick his own butt. And he practically can. That is nice. And let me see if the boot swivel. No swivel at the boot. There's a hinge in the foot, and he's got the toe rocker. He's got the toe. Yeah. So I'm getting a little bit of a swivel from that. Absolutely. So that is it. That is the First Order 4-pack Disney exclusive and AT-AT driver, which is sort of the main reason I got the set, was the AT-AT driver was really compelling to me. But I'm also a giant fan of random Astromech droids. I don't necessarily know all of the names, but I love all of the different colors. And when I go to Disneyland, I see people building droids. I love seeing the unique colors. And right now they're having a 50th anniversary sale. And one of the Build-A-Droid, remote control Build-A-Droids, is on DisneyStore.com. It's also available as a smaller droid, but it's in sort of this pearlescent white and blue, which are sort of the colors of the Disney Celebration. So those are really super cool. So I like all of those really unique combos. I hope that in someday we get those holiday droids in a 6-inch scale, But for now, random sort of drops like that will be very cool and be easier on the wallet. So until next time, enjoy your toys.